Hey everybody, Alexa Zepp here with the Daily Racing Form to go over a pick three sequence for this Sunday, February 22nd. Typically, I'm doing a Saturday pick three, but because of this frigid weather we've been having, a lot of us have experienced these last couple of weeks. Oaklawn has actually pushed their cards a day this weekend. They have the Rebel Stakes this weekend, and they want the best chance for good weather, so they've moved it to Sunday, and that is what we'll be focusing on. But there's a lot going on in racing this weekend. We actually have the Saudi Cup tomorrow, I think around 12:30 Eastern time, and that's in Saudi Arabia, and it is the richest race in horse racing with a $20 million purse. You have some familiar faces in there, including Forever Young, who just about won our Derby this last year. And then you also have the John Battaglia Memorial Stakes at Turfway to award some Derby points. So packed weekend, but we're going to hone in at Oaklawn races 9 through 11, starting with the Grade 3 Honeybee Stakes, going a mile and a 16th on the dirt for 3-year-old fillies. Oaks points are awarded here and a $500,000 purse on the line. I'll be using 3 in here, starting with the number 1, Muhima, who will be the heavy favorite, just the one to beat. You could single her. I just don't think you can leave her off. I'm not going to just try to beat her. I will include a couple others, but Muhima is undefeated in 3 starts. Each time they've added distance, and each time she's improved. Her speed figures keep improving. The most recent was in the Grade 2 Demoiselle Aqueduct in December. She's fresh. Trainer Brad Cox is great at bringing them off a layoff with a 24% win rate. He's also great in graded stakes races with a 29% win rate, so she will be the one to beat. We'll use the 6 as well. Take Charge Milady at 9-2, who's been on a winning streak at Oaklawn with 2 wins this year already over the course. The last out was in a stakes race where she won by over 5 lengths with an impressive speed figure. To be fair, it was a short field. There were only 5 horses that day, but she still dueled and passed horses for a driving win, which is something you always like to see in a horse. The number 9, Look Forward, I'll also include 6-1 odds, been out 3 times at various tracks in California, won 2 of them, second the other. She should be the pace setter here on Sunday. Race 10 is the Grade 3 Razorback Stakes, going a mile and a 16th on the dirt for 4-year-olds and up. Another $500,000 purse. Oaklawn really has great purses. Very attractive for owners and trainers to go try to grab some wins at this meet. But number 1, Croupy, will be on the ticket at 6-1 odds, who ran last out in the Pegasus World Cup and just had a really troubled trip, actually hit the gate. But he's already a millionaire. Trainer Todd Pletcher is cutting him back in distance a bit. And Croupy has the best closing speed in the race. You see that on the Timeform US Pace Projector with the late pace flag. I'll also use the 3, First Mission, at 5-1. He's taken a bit of a step back in this Grade 3 as he spent most of last year running in Grade 1 and Grade 2 races. His most exciting and impressive race to date was when he won the Grade 2 Ali Shuba at Churchill last May on the Oaks undercard, but he's been off since August, but has multiple bullet workouts in preparation for today, and Brad Cox wins 37% of the time when his horses are coming back after an over 6-month layoff. So he really just knows how to have them tightened up and ready to perform after those breaks. The 6, Full Screen, at 15-1. This is one that my co-host Gino put me on. I'm sure you've seen lots of his videos if you watch our YouTube channel or our Sports Grid show every week. He's a great handicapper who crushed a major pick 5 last week. But yeah, he kind of got me on this horse. While Full Screen may not be super consistent, he has a high ceiling, and if he runs his best race, I think he could win here at a price. The 8, Baddest Good Boy, at 9-2 odds, is the most lightly raced horse in the field with only 2 starts. He's a late bloomer who didn't begin his career until pretty much the last week of his 3-year-old year this past December, but he came out firing. He's been undefeated in 2 starts with seriously fast speed figures. He has early speed and should also be able to kind of stalk the pace and grind them down. So I'm hoping we can pick up a decently priced horse in there, at least a medium shot, maybe a long shot, because I do think there's a good chance Muhima wins, and I want to milk some value out of this ticket. But the last race in the sequence is race 11. It's the feature, the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes, going a mile and a 16th on the dirt for 3-year-olds. $1.25 million in purse money and Derby points. It's a big one. 50 points to the winner, basically guaranteed spot in the Derby. We have a number of horses in here that already have Derby points, so even if they get second or third place, they can secure their seat this first Saturday in May. But I'll use 3 horses in here, starting with a long shot that I really, really like, the number 1 Coal Battle at 10-1. Coal Battle already has 20 points towards the Derby, so he could get first or second and get his seat. But he's been on a 3-race winning streak. Each race, they've added distance, and each race he's improved. He's won closing from the back and also from being on the lead. So I think he's a really versatile horse who's really developing it into himself as a 3-year-old. And I love that 10-1 morning line odds. Do you know, I really agreed on this one for our show that we recorded earlier. We think that he could likely get overlooked in the betting pools and bring some value. I'll use the number 3, Sandman, who has 14 points right now on the Derby leaderboard. I love Sandman. I got to watch him live on our Pegasus stream with one of his owners, and that was stressful because you obviously want him to have a safe trip and do well when you're watching it on live TV, and it looks like it was not going to be that way. He stumbled, basically fell at the break, was way far back. Even the track announcer was like, a bad start for Sandman, but he had so much grit. He did not get discouraged. He fought so hard. He closed 10 lengths, almost won the race. He got second to Speed King, who wired the field, and to me, that horse is so exciting. I looked at his owner, Griffin, and I was like, I think you've got a Derby horse. Like, I mean, this horse fought so hard after such a bad start. So, and that's what you want in the Derby. When you have a huge field of horses that you're probably not going to get your way, you're probably going to find traffic, you want to have that grit and to be able to adapt and not be thrown off your game. So I really like Salmon in here. As a fan, from his running style, I think pace perspective wise, him being a closer, this is a good race for him because there should be a fast pace for him to run at. So I believe he'll secure his Derby seat on Sunday. And number 11, Speed King, 6-1 odds. This horse has 25 points. He did win that Southwest. That Salmon got second. And Speed King is a very appropriate name for him. He is a pure speedster. His time from US early pace rating is a 131. He drew an outside position in the 11 hole here, and I expect him to be able to shoot to the lead without a problem. The horses to his outside don't have competitive early speed with him. If someone wires the field, it's going to be Speed King. That's what I think. And that's also what the pace projector predicts to happen. So going 3 deep in here with the 1, 3, 11. The ticket is $36 for $1. You can play for 50 cents for 18 bucks. So yeah, enjoy all the racing this weekend all over the world, and good luck, especially if you play this Pick 3 with me.